Good evening, all my South Orange Maplewood listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Melbourne, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange and Newark. Welcome to In the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience, and live on the World Wide Web at somore.org, and the only radio show covering all your news, opinions, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange Maplewood communities. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. And reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626 to participate in the discussion. We have an interesting program lined up for you this evening, and I look forward to your participation in the discussion. Now tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for many of our sports buffs who reside in South Orange and Maplewood, our esteemed high school, Columbia High School, is currently performing at the Penn Relays. Many of you may know that the Penn Relays is one of the bigger relay events happening in this country at any time, and Columbia High School is currently performing at those Penn Relays. And we just want to bring you an up-to-date on how our girls track team is doing out there in Philadelphia. Well, this morning they took to the track in the 4x800 meters. Of course, Columbia was the champion in that 4x800 meters last year, with Olivia Breaker bringing home the bacon, so to speak, and passing the young lady from Jamaica to bring home one of the first championship of America at the Penn Relays for Columbia. So this morning, Columbia took to the track in the 4x800 meters. And, of course, they qualified with the fifth fastest time. They ran a time of 9 minutes, 12.71 seconds. The lead-off leg was Agna Bobbitt. She ran 2 minutes, 16.3 seconds. Imani Coleman was second. She ran 2 minutes, 15 seconds flat. And Maya Hinton was third. She ran 2:25, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And Emily Cowan anchored in a time of 2 minutes, 16.4 seconds. So they ran an overall time of 9:12.71 and finished in fifth place in the heats, qualifying for the Championship of America. But if you listen, ladies and gentlemen, there was a name missing from those four individuals. That is the Stanford attendee, Olivia Baker. She's going to be on that team for the final, and they're going to be up against Edwin Allen from Clarendon, Jamaica. They ran the fastest time of the day of 9 minutes, 09.23 seconds. But their anchor leg only ran 2:19.8. I'm sure Edwin Allen is going to be replacing that anchor leg with another young lady. Great Value from Malvern, Pennsylvania, had the second fastest time in the heats with 9 minutes, 11.26 seconds. Another team from Jamaica, Homewood Tech, had the third fastest time with 9 minutes, 12.3 seconds. The fourth fastest time was Central Bucks from Warrenton, Pennsylvania. That's Central Bucks South from Warrenton, Pennsylvania. They finished just ahead of Columbia in 9 minutes, 12.57 seconds. Finishing in sixth place and qualifying was Blackburg from Blacksburg, Virginia, in a time of 9 minutes, 14.03 seconds. Another team from New Jersey, Freehold Township, had the seventh fastest time, 9 minutes, 14.62 seconds. And we had another team from the U.S., another team from Virginia, Lake Braddock, finishing in eighth place with a time of 9 minutes, 16.54 seconds. And they were followed by Strathaven from Wallington, Pennsylvania in 9:16.99. Central Buck West, we also had a Central Bucks South, and Central Buck West finished in 10th place. Western Branch from Chesapeake, Virginia, was the 11th fastest time of 9 minutes, 19.93 seconds. And in 12th, qualifying for the final, was Pennsbury of Fearless Hills, Pennsylvania. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there were only 2 Jamaican teams at the Penn Relays. The Jamaican high school teams are known for their outstanding performance. So Edwin Allen currently has the fastest time of 9 minutes, 09.23 seconds. But I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when Colombia replaces their slowest time of 2 minutes and 25 seconds with Olivia Baker, you can guarantee, I'm giving you a guarantee now, that the 2 minutes and 25 seconds will then become at least a 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So Colombia has at least 15 seconds to spare, ladies and gentlemen. So if you take off 15 seconds from the time they ran in the heats, they should run about 8:55 in the final. And I believe Colombia is going to bring home another Championship of America from Penn Relays, making it the second Championship of America ever for Columbia High School, as well as the second ever for Coach Lisa Morgan. So, of course, I'm going to keep you up to date how they do in the 4x8. But not only did Columbia qualify in the 4x8, they also qualified in the 4x400 meter relay as well. They had the 6th fastest time, 3 minutes, 45.74 seconds. Agna Bobbitt led off with a time of 58.85 seconds. Emily Cowan ran second with a time of 56.26 seconds. Maya Hinton ran 57.71 seconds. And Olivia Baker ran 52.93 seconds, which was the fastest time, the fastest split of any high school girl for the day in the 4x400 meters. So again, Olivia Baker doing outstanding things at the Penn Relays. But in order for Columbia High School to win, they're going to have to really, really step it up, because Edwin Allen from Clarendon, Jamaica, ran a time of 3 minutes, 41.29 seconds. Another Jamaican team, Homewood Tech, also ran 341.63 seconds. Another Jamaican team, San Diego, ran 3 minutes, 42.48 seconds. Another Jamaican team, St. Elizabeth Tech, ran 344.61 seconds. And the first American team was Long Beach Poly. Long Beach Poly had a time of 345.20 seconds, just in front of Columbia High School. And coming in 7th, making the final, was Woodbridge from Woodbridge, Virginia, with a time of 3 minutes, 49.79 seconds. And in 8th place, another Jamaican team, Fair Technical from Clarendon, Jamaica, with a time of 3 minutes, 49.87 seconds. So in the final, we will have 5 teams out of Jamaica and 3 American teams. And this is going to be tough going for Columbia High School. Very, very tough. With Edwin Allen already running at least 4 seconds faster than Columbia. Columbia's goal in this, I believe, should be to be the first American team in that final. And if you are the first American team, you do still win watches at the Penn Relays. So we're going to be looking closely at Columbia as they continue to put out standing performances at the Penn Relays. We're going to keep you very, very much abreast with what's going on and seeing if maybe Olivia Baker can bring home the bacon in the 4x800 meters, and if she's close enough in the 4x4 to at least be the first American team in the 4x400 meters. We're going to be watching it very closely and bringing those results to you as they come. Those 2 events are tomorrow, so it should be very, very interesting. Now, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you know, as I said in the past, when you're doing a radio program, things change so much. You know, I had prepared everything. We're going to give you information about what's going on in South Orange and Maplewood. And then I came upon something with Don Lemon from CNN. And Don Lemon had made some statements about 5 things he think black people should be doing. And he agreed with a gentleman by the name of Bill O'Reilly. And this was last year. And it stated that Don Lemon attacks black culture. Bill O'Reilly remarks on race last week drew heavy criticism from Chris Hayes, Bill Maher, Al Sharpton, Larry Wilmore, and many more. But one unlikely person agreed with him, CNN host Don Lemon. Lemon addressed the wounds inflicted by black males on their community on his No Talking Point segment, saying he was able to bring this up now that the George Zimmerman trial have concluded. Before the verdict, right-wing media has consistently asked why the liberal media was fixating on Trayvon Martin while ignoring rampant black-on-black violence, a deflection, in Lemon's words, from the injustices of the Martin shooting. But now that Zimmerman has been acquitted, it was time for some tough love on the subject. Lemon played a clip of Riley stating, "The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of our African American family." Now let's take a listen to that. Let's take a listen to Don Lemon and exactly what happened. Let's listen.
The Trayvon Martin murder case got just about everybody talking about race, and not just specifically how it related to the case. It got some, many on the political right, wondering why the so-called liberal media wasn't talking about other problems in the black community.
Let's talk about race. Let's talk about black-on-black violence.
The outrage that I have is in the lack of really the national attention to what is an epidemic of crime in the black community, committed largely by blacks.
Why aren't we talking about it? Good question. Actually, that's not a good question. We've talked about it many times on this show and on CNN. It's actually a good deflection, as I've said a number of times to a number of guests here on CNN and also on the radio.
David, do not do that false equivalent. That is
no,
not
I'm not trying to
a fair
equivocate, but
comparison.
outrage.
Yeah, but listen,
I'm not comparing
crime
that.
happens all the time, and because a crime happens, it does not mean that you should shift the focus from what happened here. Let's stick to this particular point.
Okay,
so
on this issue then.
Thank you.
So that's the reason I didn't want to discuss at length crime in the African American community or how to fix other ills that seem to be plaguing the community in general. But now that the jury has reached its verdict, one that everyone must accept, it's time now for some tough love on the subject. Someone